You know what I mean? Like, YouTube takes ages to get around to reviewing it, and it's every video. I'm f***ed around all the time. Everybody's f***ed around all the time. It's not just because you're black. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on the Buster Live channel. Now, before I play the stream clip for today's video, I figured I would hop in and just give you guys a little bit of context, give you guys a little bit of maybe some understanding that you wouldn't have if you haven't been following the recent Buster Live arc. But recently on one of my streams, I reacted to the CoryxKenshin video in which he levied the allegations of racism towards YouTube. As some of you may know, as some of you may not know, I disagreed with CoryxKenshin's take that it had to do with racism. My take on the situation was that it was just a complex system of algorithms and bots that YouTube has no control over really at the end of the day. And these systems and bots are inconsistent across the board with every color of creator, every size of creator, every ethnicity, every religion. It doesn't matter, right? Everybody deals with it. And I've been getting a lot of comments calling me a racist lately and telling me that, oh, he didn't say it was actually racism, he said it might be. And I'm like, well, I'm saying it's not. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how that makes me a racist. But anyways, in the video you guys are going to be watching today, I was reacting to Jacksepticeye's video on the situation in which he didn't mention race a single time. I reacted to this video 3 or 4 days ago on stream, and a day or two ago I reacted to the second video he made on the topic. Again, he didn't mention race. Expect that video soon, either tomorrow or the next day. All Jacksepticeye pointed out in a total of probably 50 minutes of content relating to this topic was the inconsistency that everybody deals with, himself included, his girlfriend included, and his friend Ethan included, were 3 examples he brought up, all people that are white. I'm not saying this is an all lives matter situation. I'm not saying, well, white people deal with it too. I'm saying everybody deals with it. I feel like that's just a popular narrative for people to run with in my comments right now because I'm white. All I'm saying is everybody deals with it. Therefore, it's not a race thing. Unless something is happening to a specific race and nobody else, it's not racism. I don't think that there's any dispute to really be had there, you know what I mean? Anyways, I will go ahead and run this clip for you guys. I hope you enjoy. If you do, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing, turning notifications on, all that good stuff. I'm taking a couple days off the stream right now to catch up on content. Expect daily content, if not daily double uploads, to be hitting the channel over the next few days. But after that, we will be hitting the streams again. Make sure you come stop in on one of those if you haven't already. With all that out of the way, enjoy the video, guys.
So I just got back from LA, and right before I left...
Okay, before we actually start this, I'm just gonna say, now, I really like Jacksepticeye. I do. I've disagreed with him on some things he said. I think Jacksepticeye has some very left-leaning philosophies, and I think that Jacksepticeye is very quick just to agree with anything that is the popular thing to agree with. I hate to say it. Back when I was like incredibly quick to be like, it's okay, Jack. You know, I get it, dude. You know, you're a big creator, so you're gonna have some, you know, some mass appreciated opinions, even if it's not something. Even if it is something you do or don't believe, either way. But it was back in the day when Gideon got banned, and Jacksepticeye was like, good stuff, Twitch, cleaning this up and making sure women are shown respect. And it's like, sure, if that was valid to say in that situation, yeah, man, good take. But we all know that Gideon shouldn't have been banned, and it wasn't a misogynistic attack in the first place. That he committed that ended up resulting in him getting banned. There was no misogyny behind it whatsoever. And lots of people made the claim that that he went after Pokimane and only had his eyes set on Pokimane, and she's a female, therefore it was targeted towards a female, therefore it's misogynistic. Literally some like long form math sort of shit. To get to their take on it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll stop ranting. We'll get into this video.
So I just got back from LA, and right before I left, on my way to the airport, the main man, CoryxKenshin, dropped an absolute banger of a video.
YouTube. You guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the 3 options, YouTube.
He levied some pretty serious accusations against YouTube, and I wanted to talk to
Before we get too far into it, I want to say, I bet it's going to be pretty easy for Jacksepticeye to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm a white man, I'm a big YouTuber, and I don't deal with these problems. Well, you're a 30 million subscriber channel. You don't deal with the same problems that us peasants deal with. And honestly, I would say that Cory is in the same realm as a peasant. And it's sad to say, I'm not saying this to be a dick. I'm not saying this to be rude. I would say Cory is in the realm of a peasant when it comes to how serious YouTube is willing to take him. You know what I mean? Jacksepticeye is a little bit higher up in the kingdom, in the hierarchy of importance. So it's probably going to be pretty easy for Jacksepticeye to be like, yes, this is a race thing, and really agree with it. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to jump the gun here. Bite the bullet's the wrong term, and say that that's what Jacksepticeye is going to say. But it's a 25-minute video titled "YouTube has some serious problems," so I'm fairly certain that he's going to run with the popular narrative, despite this obviously not being a racial thing, despite this objectively being something that every race deals with, not just black people. This is not something exclusive to black people whatsoever. I feel like Jacksepticeye is still going to have that take. But we'll see. I fucking jumble shit around.
Let's talk about it a little bit in this video because I kind of have a lot of thoughts around these types of subjects when it comes to YouTube in general. The stuff that Cory talked about was very specific to his use case about what was going on with his channel. And he accused YouTube of playing favorites and possibly being racist against black creators and other creators of color when they upload their content. Let's face it, I come from a place of immense privilege being a white man on the internet, so I can't speak for the racist side of things, but he brought up some pretty good points that are kind of hard not to think about in that regard because
Actually, I disagree. I think like literally every one of his points is hard to, what did he say exactly?
That are kind of hard not to think about it.
For me, it's really easy not to think about them at all because it took me 3 or 4 minutes of watching that video before I was like, well, Cory, this isn't a race thing, dude. I deal with this. I'm a white boy and I have I'm on the low end of 1,000 I'm on the lower end of 1,000 subscribers. Okay. I mean, there's white creators all over the platform that deal with this shit. Gideon brought up a point the other day about him reacting to an anti-gambling video, and that video got taken down for including, like, gambling, for promoting gambling or whatever, and I pulled up a fucking white YouTuber that I know of because of one of my fucking legendary viewers, one of the legendary chatters, a couple months back, sent me a YouTuber that got his video taken down for the same thing, only he wasn't reacting to a video. He made an entire fucking documentary talking about why gambling is bad and the people like XQC and the larger creators promoting it are unironically morally corrupt people willing to take deals like that. So it's like, I don't know if it's a race thing, you know? Not when it's happening to literally fucking everybody. It's just a broken system. I'm a broken record from yesterday, but if I end up turning this into a video, people might need a little bit of catch up and a little bit of context. So, anyways.
In that regard, because he brought up a bunch of receipts as well, talking about his instances with the YouTube rep that he had. And just to kind of break it down for you, he uploaded The Mortuary Assistant, and his video got age restricted because of a certain section got to do with self-harm and dealing with the themes of suicide and everything. If you've watched my series on The Mortuary Assistant, you know what scene that is. And he got frustrated by it because it got age restricted, and then he started searching around other YouTubers to see if theirs was age restricted, and it wasn't.
No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected.
But I should clarify this, that I talked to Cory a little bit about this. I was texting him after his video went out to talk about it because I really liked his video, and I'm really glad that he did it and brought up a lot of these points. But he said that he checked my video as one of the first ones he went to see if it got age restricted, and at the time it wasn't. But my video has been age restricted since the 15th of August. Cory's scenario that happened was that his video got age restricted. He looked around. Some other YouTubers didn't have age restrictions on their content either. And he went to some other channels like Markiplier's to see if theirs got restricted as well, because like a big creator who's seen very favorably in YouTube's eyes and had like a very popular video about mortuary assistant as well, wasn't age restricted. So he felt a bit targeted as a result of that, which fair enough. This happens all the time, and I'll get to that in a minute as well. But he went back to his YouTube rep and was like, hey, why is mine age restricted when Mark's isn't and it has the exact same scene in it? And then suddenly his got greenlit. It was fine. They took the age restriction off and everything went about their business. And then he started to get pretty mad about it, which I completely understand, because why is that the scenario? Why is that the order of operations?
Now, my YouTube rep, he was
You guys know how I reacted to him getting fucking straight heated yesterday about this. And it's like, why are you mad about things going your way? In a system that is literally improperly built, inconsistent in its punishment techniques, and everything else, anything else you could think of, why would you not be happy when your video gets, greenlit? Like Jacksepticeye said, why would you not be happy about that? That's a losing fucking battle and you just won. What are you talking about? Unless you're in fear that it's going to happen again, or unless it does happen again, why are you fucking angry? Why are you not taking the W? He's not taking the W because he's acting on emotion and he wants to be right about this. That doesn't mean he is.
excited. He was, oh, great. This is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence.
And then,
yeah, like, I don't know, man. They looked at something else that wasn't a fuck up on their end, and then they were like, okay, yeah, we used that. That wasn't a fuck up. Sorry, let me retry that. We looked at Markiplier's video, which we deemed not to be a fuck up, and then we looked at your video, and we deemed that to be a fuck up, so we greenlit your video. And he's saying, like, oh, they're just using a white guy's video as a reference point as to what's allowed on YouTube. And it's like, no, the white guy just followed the rules. Or, no. That's not what I meant. Don't clip it. The white guy just wasn't the victim of a fuck up. You know what I mean? Sorry, that's not what I meant. My mind was going in a different direction with that. That wasn't a fucking malintent race thing. Don't think it was. Clip it, fucking put it out of context. Whatever, dude. You'll do whatever you want with it, chat. Anyways, you know what I mean, though? Like, the white dude just wasn't a victim of a fuck-up. YouTube saw that and was like, okay, sorry, dude. Like, we weren't being racist. It wasn't our intention. There you go. And then, I don't know, dude. It's all a fucked situation. It is.
and sent a pretty
Let me check out chat. I want to see what you guys are saying about that. I fucked up what I was saying. My mind was going in one direction, and then I was like, wait, I can't say that. I didn't mean to say that. That's not where I was going with that. I feel bad. I feel bad for that because I didn't mean that. But that's not the part that'll be in the clip. That's not the part that'll be used against me in 5 years.
scathing email to his YouTube rep, which fair play to you. I'm very proud of you, Corey, for doing that, because it takes a lot to stand up to these types of things that are happening whenever they do happen, because it's a big system, and a lot of times we're left to feel very dumb in regards to what's going on at YouTube, like we just don't understand the system. And then this happens and you're like, why? What the hell is going on? Why did it suddenly get greenlit when it only was because I mentioned it? And then they turned around and
Again, because when age restrictions go out, doesn't matter what size of creator you are, initially it's a bot that does it. It's a YouTube bot that picks up this shit sometimes rightfully and sometimes unrightfully. It happens to everybody. And then as soon as you say something, a human gets brought in and they're like, okay, yeah, sorry about that. Greenlit the video. Like, this shit's really self-explanatory. Like, it's really self-explanatory, man.
age restricted him again.
I'm not even saying anything against Jacksepticeye at this point. I'm still just going on about, like, everything. I'm going about this as if we didn't go over the Corey video yesterday, because I know a lot of people are... I know if I turn this into a video, a lot of people are going to be like, well, what the fuck? Why is he saying all this about Jacksepticeye? No. I'm just giving the context as to why I might disagree with Jacksepticeye's take later if he does side with Corey.
And age restricted Mark's video.
And what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down.
And I don't know.
Which I don't think that is at all. I don't think that's what that was at all. I don't know what it was, but I don't think it was YouTube being like, yeah, we're gonna, our bot accidentally age restricted your video. You brought that to our attention, and then upon you bringing it to our attention, we looked at Markiplier's video, which, where did that even come from? Did they look at Markiplier's video? Did he mention, was he talking, I think he was talking to his partner manager about Markiplier's video. I think that's where that comes in. Sorry, I was just confused there. But they basically take the age restriction off, and then you really think they went back and they're like, wait, because Cory in his video says they see this narrative that I'm building, and they're like, oh, wait, let's age restrict them both again. You really think that's the case? Logically speaking, you think that's what they did? It all seems like a fantasy to me. It all seems like Fantasyland to me. This all seems like some tinfoil hat shit to me. It's all, if any of this was brought up in a courtroom, it would be put to fucking rest as conjecture. Like, you don't have any fucking solid proof to spew any of this. And I don't know, dude. I'm going hard in the paint. I'll always go hard in the paint when I have, like, criticisms of people, because I amplify it for entertainment, but I'm also the kind of person that just has a lot of shit to say on a lot of different things, so I don't know. Anyways, I don't hate Cory. He even said himself he may be wrong, but yeah, anyways, I'm not going to go on any more long rants like that throughout this video, at least not till later.
Oh, if that's when mine got age restricted as well. I think Cory actually uploaded his after mine, so maybe not. But at the same time, it highlights a huge problem on the platform. And I want to talk a little bit about that, not just Cory's case, but my sort of experiences with it as well. Because the amount of times, and I have very good evidence of this as well, because I have a girlfriend who does the exact same job as me in the other room. And a lot of times we upload the same games. And this has happened a couple of times now where we'll both upload the same game, her video will get flagged or claimed or something like that, and mine will be totally fine.
Isn't it crazy that they're both white, though?
And then she's wondering why mine is clear. And I'm also like, yeah, that's so weird. Why is mine suddenly fine? Like, that they just not flag me because I'm a bigger creator? And then sometimes a couple of days will go by and then I'll get flagged for it. But it's like, why did hers get flagged instantly and mine didn't? Because she got flagged for the mortuary assistant as well, got age restricted for the same scene. And it took days before mine did.
It all goes down to self-certification. I'll explain a very basic concept to those of you that don't know what self-certification is. But for those of you that don't know what self-certification is, basically what it is when you go to upload a video and you click monetization on your video, you place the ads on your video, you'll get an option for self-certification. You can tag if there's any inappropriate content, if there's any explicit language, nudity, that kind of stuff, drugs, controversial topic. There's all these different things that you can select. And if you do it appropriately for long enough, YouTube will start to be like, okay, yeah, you know what? We'll just give you the benefit of the doubt. And if you post a video that's literally 30 seconds of you saying, the F slur or the N word, then we'll just monetize it. We'll greenlight it right away. That's totally fine. We trust you. And then we'll come back and get it afterwards once we realize. But that's how far it can go. You can earn YouTube's trust, essentially. And I'm sure that goes to an even greater extent on a scale that we're probably completely unaware of when you are talking about a creator with 35 million subscribers. It's probably a lot different. So
when you think, if it's supposed to be that obvious that it's in the system and these types of scenes are happening and they get auto-flagged by this system, shouldn't it be consistent across everybody's? I don't want special treatment because I'm a bigger YouTuber. I don't want special treatment because I've been on the platform for a while, or maybe my content has been a bit more palatable to a lot of people and I don't like rock the boat. I mean, I swear a lot of my content, and that's been something in the past where I'm like, is my stuff getting restricted because of that? But for the most part, my content is totally fine. And I think because of that, then they come to me and they're like, no, we're not going to flag you because you're fine. You normally are green in the system, which is a massive problem as well, because I have the benefit of, there's been a couple of times when this has happened to me.
I don't think that's a problem at all, though. I don't think it's a problem at all. And I'm currently in a very bad spot with my channel in the fucking algorithm. I get every single video of mine, even if I was to spend hours censoring every swear and like not safe for ads words. Again, this fucking terminology coming out of my mouth like I'm having a stroke. But I censor everything, dude. I don't talk about controversial issues. I don't show any graphic content or anything, and all my videos go limited right away. I'm on the shit end of the stick in this situation, and I think it's a good system. Why is that a bad system? Let's see why he thinks that, but I don't see there being any real reason.
And Evelyn, where we go to our YouTube rep and say, why is this age restricted? Why did this get flagged? Why am I ad limited on my videos? And then they'll come back and be like, let me look into it. They go to the policy team, come back saying, sorry, it was a false flag. And then everything gets greenlit again. And now this has nothing got to do with my YouTube rep. I have nothing against him. I actually really, really love my YouTube rep. He's amazing. He always has my back and really fights for me whenever I ask him to. He's as transparent as he can be with the information that he has all the time. So this is nothing against him. He's just my point of contact to get to YouTube's policy team. And I don't think even he has all the answers most of the time. So I don't want if anybody at YouTube is watching this, please don't say anything to them in regards to this, because they are phenomenal and I'm really glad that I have them. But at the same time, I keep thinking about what it's like if you don't have a YouTube rep to talk to this stuff about. Like, there's a lot of smaller creators out there that get stuff flagged for the same reasons, and then they don't have anybody to talk to, and it just stays flagged for.
Thank you! The first fucking mention from a larger creator in this situation, the first, any attention, the first bit of attention that I've seen any large creator in this situation draw to the smaller side of creators that deal with the same fucking things all the time. And I think with Jacksepticeye also bringing up the fact that him and his girlfriend deal with the same thing that all these black creators right now are saying that they're dealing with, and I don't think that should sound inherently racist, but even I question myself when I say that, because that's just what's going on. There is a large number of black creators currently saying that YouTube is being racist, and where society is at with not being open to opinions and shit like that, like I even second guess myself in that situation. But I feel like a white person can disagree with a black person and not be like a white supremacist, but yet that's how it's gonna come off somehow. But yeah, I don't know, dude. You have a lot of black creators currently saying that YouTube is being racist, and I think Jacksepticeye inadvertently drew attention to the fact that maybe it's not that. Maybe because him and his girlfriend deal with the same fucking thing, maybe it's not race. Maybe it's just a really shitty system. A really inconsistent, shitty system that everybody deals with
a long time. And what happens because of that is when your stuff gets like a yellow symbol on it, you get demonetized, or you get ad limited suitability, or you get claimed, or anything like that. It just kills your search rankings, because YouTube don't want to promote something that can go out to people that's claimed or has some sort of sensitive material or something in it. So you just don't end up in people's recommendations. You don't end up in suggested videos. You don't get pushed to as many people as you would if you were greenlit in the system. So there's a lot of creators out there who are probably...
That's facts. That's facts, man. That's the situation I'm in right now.
Getting hit with stuff that shouldn't be.
Yes.
And one of my instances...
I love that he drew attention to that. That's so awesome, dude.
Was that I can't remember the video off the top of my head right now, but I got it flagged. Then I went to my YouTube rep about it, and they put it into the system and were like, yeah, that's weird. Why did that happen? And then it came back and it was greenlit, and they were like, we don't know what happened, but what might have been the cause is that something in the auto captions had like underscores in it. And whenever YouTube want to censor swear words, it puts underscores into the auto-generated captions. So it might have thought that I was swearing where I wasn't swearing and auto-flagged the video, which is a massive issue whenever you upload a video and most of your views come within the 24-hour period that it's uploaded.
Which is a massive issue. I love Jack, dude. I fucking adore Jacksepticeye. That is crazy, though, man. That shit is crazy. Oh, my God.
Is a massive issue whenever you upload a video and most of your views come within the 24-hour period that it's uploaded. Yes. And then maybe it hits the algorithm later and takes off. But a lot of my views come in that first 24-hour period or 48 hours. And if something like that happens immediately, it crushes the video. It can't really take off again as much as it probably once could. And there's just a whole mess of issues around it in regards to that. So that
And what's the alternative, huh? People always want to say that when I'm talking about my channel, when I do occasionally be like, oh man, it's kind of bullshit that YouTube is fucking limiting ads on every single one of my videos for the first 48 hours. Well, what's the alternative, man? You want me to fucking make a video? You want me to get around to making a video idea, edit the video together, which takes me a while, believe it or not, with the fucking kind of content I make. Takes me a fucking minute. You want me to do all of that and then fucking post it and realize that YouTube is limiting the ads on it, even though I haven't sworn in the video at all, and wait 2 or 3 days for them to get around to unlimiting the ads to fully monetizing the video? That's the alternative? And you think I'm fucking unjust in my bitching? Really? You think I'm unjust in bitching about that? Fuck you, dude. Must be nice to go greenlight every single time you post a fucking video and not deal with this shit. That's what I say to anybody that wants to, give me shit for complaining about that. Because it's bullshit, man. It fucking kills videos. It absolutely kills them.
Consistency with uploading and that kind of check system that's going on is really bothersome. And sometimes I'll upload a video. Today, I'm trying to get an eye tracker video done that had like some nudity in it, but we were trying really hard to like censor it as best we could so that it was like you can't actually see anything in the video. And it kept getting restricted immediately every time I uploaded it, no matter how many censors we were putting onto it. And I was like, fine, there's a lot of implied stuff in it. I get it. It's a very like risque kind of video. And I knew that before even recording the video. But we kept uploading and I was like, you know what, at one point I'll just try an appeal on it to see what they say. Maybe they'll tell me exactly what actually is getting flagged, because I have no idea. I don't know if it's some of the implied nudity, some of the stuff we're covering up with pictures, some of the stuff that's pixelated. There's some male like top body nudity in it, which that double standard has existed for a while, where that's totally fine showing male nipples, but anything else then is deemed way too sensitive, which is a whole other topic for a different discussion. But I was like, okay, maybe it's that. But
no, Jacksepticeye, give me the lore on why it's okay to show male nipples and not female nipples. Please, I'm curious what your take is on that situation.
Then all of a sudden, the appeal came back and the video was greenlit. And I don't know why. I don't know why suddenly it's fine, because somebody looked at it and was like, actually, yeah, this video is fine. Why is it getting flagged? So it's this imbalance between the system flagging stuff versus like a manual reviewer flagging it. And a lot of times I don't know which is doing it. I don't know which is which. I don't know who's actually checking this stuff or what's checking this stuff, why it's getting flagged. And that, I think, is the biggest issue with all of this, is that lack of communication and transparency and willingness to know what we're getting flagged for. And that's been an issue for a really long time on the platform. Because not only can that happen, but the reverse can happen as well, where I get something flagged, then it gets greenlit by somebody at YouTube, supposedly, and then suddenly I upload the video, and then 5 days later, I'm like, okay, it's clear, great. Now I'm happy because I know that that video is fine because someone manually reviewed it. And then a couple of days go by, and then it gets flagged again, and I can't appeal it. That's a really big problem for anybody doing this kind of job. And again, I come from a place of huge privilege where I have the ability to actually talk to them about it. Can you imagine if you don't have that ability? What are you going to do about your content? You're just sitting there with it in limbo, wondering if the next thing you upload is actually going to get flagged as well, and you're second guessing everything. And that sort of like second guessing of stuff has really killed my sort of creativity when it comes to content, or like it just pulls me out of it. Whenever I'm recording something, I'm thinking, man, is this going to get flagged? Do I have to edit this out? And all of these filters going through my brain just kind of like pulls me out of the moment and pulls me out of my own content, where I just want to sit here and have fun and record stuff. And I know these systems are in place for good reasons, like to keep children safe, to keep pornographic content off the platform. Like, for the reasons that they're implemented, they're very good reasons for them being there, and I completely understand that and don't want them to go away. I just wish it was more consistent and a bit more transparent as to what's going on, because right now it feels like you get flagged for some sort of stuff and they won't tell you what it is because either they don't know or they don't want to tell you, because then it'll like poke holes in the system. And I guess this is a good jumping off point to the next point, which is that there's a big issue with users flagging videos these days as well. And I'm speaking all of this anecdotally because I don't have any like crazy proof of this. It's just kind of what I go through and what I see others go through and the stories that I hear from them, is that users can flag videos. And if you get mass reported for something, I think then YouTube pays attention to it and does something about it. And a recent example of this was that the Corridor Digital people got their channel hacked, and they got mass reported by people watching the video to be like, hey, your channel's hacked, or we want this taken down, or something like that. And then their whole channel was removed from YouTube. So it made me think, what happens if you're not hacked and people report you en masse like that as well? Do YouTube actually check it and then be like, no, that's fine, we'll keep it? Or is it automated where the system will just take your channel down anyway if you just get mass flagged for something? Because what if somebody uploads something and other people don't like it and then it gets mass reported? Like, I don't know the systems in place for users flagging videos like that.
That is a serious problem, man. That is a serious problem. And a lot of people fucking watching this stream right now, a lot of people watching this video, once it hits YouTube, once it hits my fucking uploads, a lot of people won't agree with me even now when I say this. Andrew Tate had a lot of good takes, man. Andrew Tate had a lot of shit takes, but he also had a lot of good takes, a lot of good advice, a lot of good, like, valuable perspective on the current world that we live in. And a lot of people just didn't like that. A lot of people just didn't like the fact that they saw him on their feet all the time being misogynistic, which, yes, I don't agree with Andrew Tate, any of his misogynistic statements, and he sounds like a retard a lot of the time when he talks like that. But he also, I think, brought a lot of value to the internet, but all it took was, you know, people clipping him out of context, which did take place a lot. I will admit, it seems like it's bullshit when he's saying it, but I've looked into it. It is a lot of the time clipping out of context. But the problem with mass reporting being a thing, or like anybody being able to falsely like flag a video like that, is that you can have situations like with Andrew Tate where he gets clipped up, he goes massively viral with a lot of shit takes, because that's what's going to go viral, it's what's going to cause outrage, and everything else, the positive shit that nobody looks into, is all pushed under. And then you have a bunch of people mass reporting his shit, this guy that actually has some valuable fucking perspective to bring to the younger generation. And you could argue the fact that maybe he's doing more damage than good to the next generation. I would disagree. I would respectfully disagree. Okay? Okay. But that's the problem with anybody being able to flag something. I could go on YouTube right now and flag this video that I'm watching right now. I don't need a reason. I can just do it. And that's okay. And that's okay to YouTube, you know? That's okay. Anybody can have control over your livelihood. That's just the world we live in. So why would YouTube divert from that path? Find a way to divert from that path yourself, chat. Why do you think all these creators out here are making all their money off of other platforms now? You know what I mean? YouTube follows the premise of, and they didn't do this back in the day, they used to provide people, like, you know, a bit of an out. But nowadays, with all the fucky systems and the way you get screwed over for nothing, you might as well go work a 9-to-5 job, you know, go to college for a few years and work a 9-to-5 job that pays you the same yearly salary that your YouTube channel would have. Because you get treated the same fucking way. There's no difference. You're not treated like you're any more valuable. It's the same shit. And it gets more clear that that is the case as you actually become a more valued, a larger, more valued creator that would, you know, less laughably be considered an employee for YouTube. You know what I mean? It just becomes more clear when you get to that point. Anyways, I said I wouldn't do any more long rants like that, but that was at 4 minutes. So, anyways, I didn't lie.
Or if somebody finds something unsavory or they didn't find it funny or something like that, can't they just abuse the system then to get something they don't like addressed? And again, I could be talking out of my ass on this one, and it could not actually be like that. There could be way more systems in place to protect people from that. But again, I don't know. And the fact that I don't know in these scenarios, and I'm guessing, is a massive problem. We should know, especially as people on this platform that are like all these massive creators that are bringing in so much revenue for YouTube. And the fact that we don't know exactly how you address these types of things, I think is a really big problem. Because this happened a while ago as well.
I'm going to call it right now. We have 12 minutes left in this video, and I don't think Jacksepticeye is going to go at all from the perspective of YouTube is racist, YouTube is racist, YouTube is racist, YouTube is racist. I may be wrong, but YouTube is racist, YouTube is racist. You know what I mean? I don't think he's about to go from that perspective, and I respect the fuck out of that. You know, if somebody is not going with the popular opinion in a situation... okay, here's the thing. My opinion on this is Jacksepticeye is so commonly gone with the popular opinion that it seems that every other time he's done so, he's actually believed it. And if he doesn't mention at all in this video that he thinks YouTube may be racist or there may be racism at play, I'm going to laugh my ass off, because knowing what I know about Jacksepticeye, I'm going to assume that he doesn't believe it in that case. Because I feel like he would say something about it if he agreed with it. He goes on record on all of the situations like this that pop off with larger creators. Every single one of them, when there's like quote-unquote misogyny or racism. But if he doesn't point it out, man, and he only talks about the broken systems with YouTube, I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to asphyxiate. Chat, okay? You know what I'm going to do? Because I don't know what I'm going to do. I wanted to go somewhere with that, but I'm not quick enough yet.
Between Charlie and Mark as well. And again, people keep saying this. Poor Mark keeps getting dragged into all of this stuff, but it's a very good use case scenario because in YouTube's eyes, it seems like Mark can do no wrong these days. And I don't know why, but it seems like I've gotten stuff flagged before where Mark hasn't. And I think because me and Mark are of similar size and like make similar content, that to me was really bizarre. The only difference is that Mark has made like YouTube original shows with them, and I'm wondering if he was put into a different system so those shows wouldn't get flagged for some of the stuff that was in them.
I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's just an inconsistent system that affects everybody differently at different times, randomly at random times, you know, different races, random races, all of the above. I think that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Just because you and Mark are the same size doesn't mean you're the same fucking creator on the platform that experiences the exact same things. Everybody experiences the shit differently. Somebody on YouTube that with 30 million subscribers could go their whole time not dealing with a single fucking flag. Meanwhile, somebody with 30 million subscribers could get a bunch of different flags on the exact same kind of content as that other person. And, you know, etc., etc. 3,000 subscribers could do the same thing, not get age restricted, or 3,000 subscribers maybe get age restricted all the time. You know, in my ballpark, like with Sleepy, for example, he was fucking he was always getting his videos greenlit right away. That's what he would tell me, man. He barely ever dealt with limited ads, and he swore all the time within the first like 30 seconds of his videos. I wouldn't say that we were like that far out of each other's ballpark, and yet my shit always got limited right away. My channel got treated like shit. Like, it's just what it is. YouTube sucks, dude. But it's not discriminatory in how it sucks.
So now other stuff kind of gets a bit more leeway on it. Again, I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass, and I don't want to put instances in place that aren't actually happening. But it's kind of hard not to think about these things from this perspective. And I would love to be able to talk to someone at YouTube about this more in depth and see exactly, like, get some actual honesty out of it instead of being talked to in riddles. But this happened with Mark and Charlie before, where Charlie uploaded a video with the same clip that Mark reacted to years ago, and Charlie's video got a strike. It wasn't just like a claim. I think he legitimately got a strike on his channel, which is like the 3 strikes and you're out rule. And Mark didn't. So Mark made a video about it being like, where's my strike? And instead of addressing the problem and being like, oh yeah, we're inconsistent and that sucks and we're sorry, they just give Mark a strike. It's like, that's...
Well, I remember that. That was actually like kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie, that's like a based YouTube moment. That is ballsy, dude. They're just like, yo, YouTube, I don't like the humongous dick that you just shoved up my YouTube channel's ass. That's not really cool of you, and I'd appreciate it if you removed the gigantic cock from between my channel's buttocks. And YouTube was just like, nah, fuck you. And then they were like, and then they went and they just struck Mark, or struck Mark too. Like, that's ballsy. You got to admit. Everything else aside, that requires a massive pair of testicles from whoever made that decision.
That's not the solution. That's not what we were talking about, and that's not the solution.
Why is that so funny to me? Unpausing that on genuine laughter on a topic like this, bro. We're watching this video. He's only laughed one other time throughout the whole video, and as I'm sitting here dying laughing, I unpause the video on another genuine laughter. That is so funny to me. I don't know why, but that fucking killed me.
They just give Mark a strike. It's like, that's not the solution. That's not what we were talking about. And that's not the solution here either. We're not...
You can't help but like literally laugh at it. You know what I mean? It's fucked up shit and it affects a lot of people. But you can't help but laugh at it, especially that situation, dude. Right? Like, dude, you can't help but meme on that a little bit. That's crazy. YouTube on their mask off arc. Literally fucking on their anime arc.
Saying everybody should be flagged now because we're talking about it. It should be, maybe everyone should be flagged for the same things all the time, so it's consistent across everybody's channels and no one is being prioritized. No one's getting favoritism, or is the system just missing things, which is also a big problem. Like, what is actually going on? We don't know. And that's really disheartening to upload content. Like, there's sometimes when I'm like, I don't know if I should upload that because I don't know if it'll actually like go into the system. I don't know if it'll do well. I don't know if YouTube will actually serve this up to people. I don't know if it'll get flagged. I don't, like, all these things going through my head. And then it's just like, well, I just don't want to upload it now because it just killed the fun in uploading my own content. And that's why
the really tragic thing, and it's something, the really tragic thing about what he's saying right now is that, like, that's kind of just like, it's the well-known saying, right? That's show business, baby. Unfortunately, YouTube is so massive and there's so much competition on it nowadays, and there are legitimate like talk show hosts and fucking celebrities with their own YouTube channels. It's reached such a large scale that you have to kind of live with the mentality of it's show business, baby. You gotta scrap some videos. Like, there's probably some videos, some episodes of like the what's a talk show, like a late night show that is pre-recorded, right? Because a lot of them are done live, you know what I mean? But what's one that's pre-recorded? Tosh.0, right? Let's think of Tosh.0. I'm sure there's a lot of fucking episodes of Tosh.0 that had to be trashed and never made it to the air because it's just too fucked up. It's not mass consumer friendly, bro. You can't have a 14-year-old flip into that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You get laughed at by the FCC, and people that decide what's on television and in the media. Like, you get laughed at. So it's the same thing with the point that YouTube has gotten to, unfortunately. And trust me, man, it is disheartening. I'm not saying it's not. That's not what I'm saying here at all, because when I first started doing YouTube, I grew up on Jacksepticeye. From like 2010, I've been watching Jacksepticeye. He was my introduction to YouTube. I fucking love this guy. I don't care how parasocial that sounds. I don't care. It is parasocial. I'll go on record saying it. I fucking love Jacksepticeye because I grew up on the guy. So when I started doing YouTube, I'm like, okay, well, I like commentary, and I see a lot of these different articles that I think are crazy, and so I started making videos on those. And lo and behold, they didn't fucking perform well because it's not the kind of content that's going to do well. You can't just make content you want to make. You can get to a point where, you know, your creative mind works well enough to work around that and still make good, clickable, watchable content, like virality wise, like stuff that could potentially hit the algorithm, and still work around the and still do something you want to do. Sorry, lost my train of thought for a second. But it's not how you think when you first start if you're somebody that grew up watching YouTube back between 2010 and 2015, right? Because that was just people pressing record on OBS and uploading 50 minutes of raw footage of Minecraft gameplay. And it's not that anymore. So a lot of people will acknowledge, like, draw attention to these things and be like, oh, it's such a negative thing. And it's like, unfortunately, it just is what it is. Unfortunately. And it does make it more difficult for other people to succeed. And it, you know, you got to trash more content, but it just is what it is, unfortunately. I've trashed videos. There's been a lot of videos I wanted to pull from the stream and make into actual videos. Like a lot of clips I wanted to pull from the stream and turn into actual videos. But some just can't. Some just can't. You know what I mean? They gotta go unlisted, if not private, and put on the fucking Patreon. Because I can't risk that shit, you know, hurting my channel. I can't. But anyways, yeah. Rant over. Rant over.
Why I make content is just for the fun of it. Just to, like, get out of my own head a piece.
Actually, you know what? Real quick, we'll check up on chat real quick. Haven't watched Jack in years, saying one of my older videos was mass reported and was taken down, and it wouldn't let me appeal it for whatever reason. So all those hours I spent on the video went to waste. Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's the most tragic part, is when you realize how many, like, the amount of time you put into the video, and now it's just gone and not, like, deemed not allowed on YouTube. So you couldn't even re-upload it if you wanted to. You wanted to be a rebel about it? Anyways, it's actually a crazy story considering the person I was beefing with was a mother. That's bizarre. YouTube was a person who would be the type of person that would tell you to cope and smack you with a ruler. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. No, they wouldn't even be that kind of person. They would be the kind of person that's, like, really passively screwing you over, knowing full well that they're doing it, and just not saying anything about it, and, like, kind of awkwardly looking at you as they pass you by while in the process of screwing you over. Like, you know, 75% of the people you'll probably end up working with in the future, Storymaker. Fucking, wages are annoying, and I'm one of them. And they're fucking annoying, dude.
In uploading my own content. And that's why I make content, is just for the fun of it, just to, like, get out of my own head, a piece of escapism, to have fun with everybody at home. Why I make content is just for the fun of it, just to, like, get out of my own head, a piece of escapism, to have fun with everybody at home. But the fact that, like, this year I've had to second guess absolutely everything I'm doing, down to, like, titles and thumbnails, because that's the new meta with everything. It's like you have to think of a title first, and then think of a really slapping thumbnail that, like, clickbaits people into your video, instead of just having it be like, hey, I'm uploading an hour of this video that's a game and it's fun, and I just want to do it casually and, like, sit back, relax, and actually have my stuff served to the same people that it was always served to before, and now suddenly it's just vastly different. I don't get it. And it's hard to talk about this stuff as well, because I'm not trying to come at this from a perspective of, like, oh, woe is me, my video should be doing better. That's not the case. If I upload something that people just aren't interested in, that's totally fine. I absolutely get it. Like, I uploaded that.
I just want to say, if anybody in the comments wants to be like, why are you playing the video faster than it actually is? I am high as shit right now. If you can't keep up with this, you're actually slow. Okay? Just saying.
I watched your video recently about the camera system for, like, a bigger universe.
I know it's gonna happen because we're doing, like, reaction content. It's not like, it's more accepted in commentary streaming and fucking, like, shows like that. Sorry about that, chat. In commentary live streaming, in that sphere, I feel like it's a little bit more accepted to watch a video on, like, 2 times speed, or 1.5 or 2 times speed. But we're gonna get comments. I know we're gonna get comments of people being like, "Why are you watching the video so fast? I can't keep up." Literally, like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're slow. Okay.
I'm building for Iris and, like, the egos and everything. And I get that that's jarring and it comes out of nowhere and it's not really anything that people can latch onto yet, because the whole world hasn't been built yet. So I get if something like that does a little differently because people just don't know what to expect with it and just aren't that interested in it. But when I'm uploading like similar videos to some of my peers, and then it gets like punished for that because of something I did slightly differently than them, that's a really big issue to me, because everyone should be treated fairly on the platform if we're all going to rise again. Because this is coming from a perspective of like being a white...
Still hasn't said it's a race thing yet. Still hasn't even alluded to it. I just want to say that. I just want to point that out.
White dude on YouTube. And this comes back to Corey's video again, where he said he'll come back from a massive break, have huge videos, do massive numbers, and it's always super impressive to see. And then suddenly YouTube will come out of nowhere and start flagging videos from like 8 months ago when he wasn't uploading.
And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending.
So why? Why are they getting flagged now when he's back and not when he's uploaded them, or not when he's on his break? It's suddenly like now I'm gaining traction and attention again, and then YouTube punish him for it.
I'm gaining traction and attention again, and YouTube is punishing me. But yeah, you're getting back on their radar. I mean, I explained that yesterday when we were reacting to the Cory video, but like, yeah, dude, your views start to go down. The overall attention YouTube pays to your channel goes down after you're not uploading. You come back and you hit trending out of nowhere. Of course, yeah, you're going to be back up in YouTube's system. They're going to be like, okay, yeah, this Cory guy doing really fucking good right now. And then if they see something from a while ago that is genuinely worthy of a strike or an age restriction, they're going to do that. Or the YouTube bots just fucked up. It's one of the two. Either way, not race. And I'm gonna mention it again. Jacksepticeye has yet to say anything about this having anything to do with race. I'm gonna keep saying that until he says something about it having to do with race. Okay?
Is it users flagging videos who maybe don't like him? Is it racists? Is it people at YouTube doing it? Nobody knows. So all he can do is like jump to his own conclusions based on the experience that he's been having, and that ends up in the video that he has. And that's why I'm making this video. And I saw that Ludwig made one as well, and Charlie made one, and Mark's probably going to make a video on this too, talking about those experiences as well. And I just hate how inconsistent everything is these days. As people who upload to this platform, that I'll be doing it 10 years.
Exactly. This is something that didn't personally affect Jacksepticeye at this very moment. It's something that was drawn attention to, or that he had his attention drawn to, so he's not acting out of emotion. Right? I feel like if Cory waited a couple days, didn't act out of emotion, you know, I feel like he may have had a bit of second thoughts about the whole idea of YouTube being racist. Because Jacksepticeye is just mentioning inconsistency. I only mentioned inconsistency. I drew attention to the fact, like, unlike any of the other people doing this, covering this topic, I drew attention to the fact that it has fucking nothing to do with race, and it's just a broken system that fucks everybody around. It's not racist. It's not racially motivated. I get fucked around every time I upload a video. The video I uploaded today. You think that shit is fully monetized? Fuck no. They're never fully monetized. They never are. I could upload videos every day for a fucking week, and every video, and the first video I uploaded at the start of the week would just be getting fully monetized if YouTube actually decides that they want to fully monetize it. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube takes ages to get around to reviewing it, and it's every video. I'm fucked around all the time. Everybody's fucked around all the time. It's not just because you're black. Oh my god. Like, there's a lot of situations in which it would be right for somebody to be like, why? Is it because I'm black? Like, unironically to say that, it would be like, yeah, you're right to say that. But this is a situation in which him saying, is it because I'm black, would be as as ironic as me saying, is it because I'm white? You know, that's a fucking thing white people say as a joke, as like a funny joke when they're like, when somebody's like, no, you can't do that. And a white person responds, why? Is it because I'm white? And then everybody laughs. You know what I mean? That's the vibes I get from Cory here being like, it's racist. And, I don't know. Maybe I just have a bit more of a hyperbolic take. You guys know I go for the throat when I have like a criticism of something, like a popping situation. I also am really over-explaining in this situation because I want to have as much shit on the record as possible. Both of these streams are going to be public. As I want to have as much explanation on the record as possible, because I've already, since I posted that video earlier, and the shorts that I did, have been called a bigoted, racist, white supremacist, Nazi, everything that you guys can think of. Everything that I said I was gonna get called yesterday. Minutes after the video fucking went up, I had the fucking comments, the negative comments coming in about, you're a racist. And that's fine, dude. I don't care. I really don't. Think what you want, say what you want. I don't give a fuck. But when I go into my analytics and I look how many comments are coming in being like, you racist, you're not, you just want to find a reason to put a black man down. And I have an hour and 12-minute video up where I go into great detail. And sure, not everybody's going to watch an hour and 12-minute video, but I have an average of 2 to 5 minutes of watch time on that video. Absolutely fucking none of these people watched more than the intro before they went and left their comments. And that's the thing. Right? So that's why I just want as much explanation on the record as possible. You know what I mean, chat? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why I'm like over-explaining and sticking to my guns so fucking hard on this situation. Because it's obviously and clearly not a racially motivated situation. And I somehow am looked at as a bad guy for having that take. It's crazy, you know? Every video I posted earlier has a negative like to dislike ratio. And I don't care. You know, I'm the leafiest here of like to dislike ratios, okay? You know, if I have a wild fucking take, and I know that shit's gonna get 80 to 90% dislikes, I don't give a fuck, dude. You know what that means for me? That's a bigger payday, okay? I don't give a shit. And it's a bigger payday, and I still get what I still get to get what I want to say out there. What I actually want to say. So, you know, it's not a big deal to me. Really not a big deal to me. But the thing is that with the people giving me shit for that one in particular, it is just a little bit of a spectacle as to where people are at with this shit. It's like immediately a black person says that something is racist, and a white person saying, no, it's not. Here's a bunch of reasons as to why it's not, and everybody responds with, you're a racist. You're a racist. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not allowed. And it's like, why? What am I doing wrong? And it's like, you're attacking this racist, this marginalized group. You're attacking them. And it's like, bro, you're the one yelling here, though. I'm talking. I have a take. I have a disagreement. And I mean, look at this as ego, or if you want, but I'd say I'm fucking right and you're wrong. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. There's a reason we're fucking 19 minutes into this video. Bro says he has a take on the situation. Shoot, what's your take on the situation? There's a reason we're 19 minutes into this video, and Jacksepticeye has said nothing about it being race related yet. I'm sorry. That speaks volumes, chat. Whether you want to admit it or not. Like, that speaks fucking volumes.
Years in December. I know what consistency looks like. I know what it's like to upload that often over long periods of time, and to suddenly have things shift and be so chaotic and so inconsistent is really jarring from my perspective. And I don't really know what to do about it, other than the fact that I just kind of don't want to upload videos right now. I mean, I have a couple of brand deals that I'm committed to, that I told people I would do, and like contracts and everything that I will do.
That's a really bad mindset to have. I get it. I do. I fall into it every now and then myself. I'm like, well, why would I want to upload videos if all of them are just going to get limited, and thus my videos are going to flop? I fell into that mindset for a while there. But then I got on my stream grind, and I realized that there's only one way to actually still move. You know what I mean? Actually still progress. And it's not by not doing anything. You can't just not do anything to solve the issue. That's not how it works. You can't just give up. Giving up is like defeat, right? You're basically saying, all right, YouTube, you win. Even if you're like, I'm gonna come back, I'm just taking a break, I don't want to upload videos right now. You're basically being like, all right, YouTube, you win. Like, you know, we've been bugging you about these inconsistencies and the fucking bullshit in on your platform for years now. So I'm gonna go take a break because you're not listening to any of us, and then I'm gonna come back with a better mindset after, so I can deal with your bullshit some more. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. This is why there's so many creators nowadays that are more outspoken that go and make their money from other platforms. Because YouTube has literally taken the 9-to-5 model and started to treat their creators like their employees, keeping them in the dark, undervaluing them for what they provide to the company. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
But at the same time, after that, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to upload, because the ecosystem that's on YouTube right now is so bland and boring to upload to. Like, as an example as well, some of my videos were like really underperforming when I took like a week off. And I was like, well, I don't know why these are underperforming, because again, I know what my consistency looks like. I know what my average is. And then I upload these videos after taking time off. And it's like, are you punishing me for taking time away from my channel? Surely not. And if you're not, then why are these underperforming compared to like the average of what I'm normally doing, when they're the types of games that people are interested in?
Well, Sean, come on. Come on, Sean. We know that... Oh, shit, there go my headphones. I need to put my hat on after this. Sean, come on. We know that breaks affect the channel negatively. We've known that for years. Come on, dude. We know that that's bad. We've all criticized YouTube for that in the past, right? I think at this point, it's something that if you want to do YouTube successfully, it's something you'll get past. I think it's something that Jacksepticeye has gotten past, because he takes breaks every now and then. He did back in the day, but I've noticed that it's been a lot less nowadays. Back like a year ago when I was watching him, he would take long breaks. He doesn't do that so much anymore. And again, it's because he knows what his longevity on this platform looks like, and he knows what the demise of his channel looks like, and the longevity of it looks like him uploading every single day, despite that being pretty detrimental on a person's mental health. We know it's not good, but we also have known for years that that's the case. What's with all these like mute points in this situation? Everybody, and you guys, I gushed over Jacksepticeye earlier. I love this dude, but everybody is seeming to bring up some really mute points. Gideon, I'll link that video down below if anybody's watching this video. Gideon, when he was talking about YouTube being racist, brought up a mute point about like Twitch not addressing a white shooter that was targeting colored people. That's such a mute point, trying to call Twitch racist. Like, all these people are bringing up some mute points to be like, and guess what else they did? Guess what else they did? And then they talk about some shit where like you're like, really? That's it? You know what I mean? It's like that exact situation right there.
It's not just something out of nowhere that people wouldn't want to watch. And then it's like, were my title and thumbnail not good enough for what the current meta is, which is that like click-through rate?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That's the problem, unfortunately. And it's something that no matter it's a cycle I get caught in fucking over and over again. And I'm like, what the hell? I haven't changed anything on my channel. Why is it not performing the same way it was a month ago? It's because I didn't change anything. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can't just take a break from YouTube, come back, and expect the same format to work, especially depending on how long the break was. The meta on YouTube shifts so often, and if you're consistently uploading, you almost inadvertently follow the meta with your thumbnails and your titles and your content and everything else. It's almost second nature. You follow the meta inadvertently. I know, because I've done it myself. When I'm consistently uploading, it's what I do. I follow the meta like inadvertently. It's not on purpose. I get recommended the shit on YouTube. I follow the thumbnail design and title pattern, or the thumbnail and title pattern that's working, and etc. Right? But when you take a break, you're not inadvertently following that meta anymore, and you sort of fall off a little bit. You fall off. Let's just be real. You fall off a little bit when you take a break. You know, it's just what it is. You took a break because you weren't in a place to keep creating content at the time when you took a break, more often than not, and you fell off. Like, that's fine. You just got to get back on. We've known that this is a thing for a long time. I'm sorry I spent a long time talking about it, but maybe that's just going to be the Buster Live style, right? Maybe not. Maybe when we're talking about less controversial, quote unquote controversial shit, maybe we'll lean away from like long rants like this. But man, I feel like I gotta give them here. To just absolutely fucking shit on people. I'm sorry.
Getting people into the video.
Let's actually check out chat real quick. Maybe it's because he's family friendly, so maybe YouTube thinks he's attracting more kid viewers. That is possible. That is also possible. I like your take, Cosmic Doom. I like that. There's a lot of different variations to this situation. There's a lot of different possibilities, man. And it's not all. And I don't think like he immediately should have gone to the race card. He busted that guy you reacted to. Uploaded the video. I'ma send it. What guy I reacted to? What are you talking about? No way. You're joking. I saw this earlier. You're joking. You're joking. There's no way. You're trolling.
I've had the wildest week of my life, and I just wanted to sit down and talk about it. So
You're
as
trolling.
many of you
There's
guys
no way
know,
I'm
I
in
was
this.
sued by the YouTuber by the name of BitBoy Crypto.
You've been served early. What are you doing?
What I didn't tell you guys in my last video was my significant other,
Well,
who you
no
guys know as
way. You got
Hannah,
me
who's
excited, all
often
for
behind the
nothing.
camera of my videos, was about to go into labor. And about 30 minutes after I was served,
Lofi, you got me excited for nothing. I thought I was like in that video or something. That guy you reacted to uploaded a video. I'm gonna send it. Oh, you okay? Just like to react to it. Okay, yeah, we could take a look at that. We could maybe take a look at that. Maybe we'll save it for tomorrow. Maybe we'll take a look at it tonight. We'll see where we're at after this one that we're watching. Let's hop back into it. You got me so excited. I was like, wait. Am I in this? 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 I was like losing my mind for a second. I was like, oh, no way. This is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not even gonna fucking front about it. Okay, here's as base buster as you're gonna fucking see, like all night. Okay, I'm gonna be honest about it, and there's 4 of you in here right now to hear me say it. I want to get these motherfuckers' attention. I'm reacting to all these videos lately. Like we're hitting metas. We're following what's trending, and I want to get a conversation going with Cory. I tweeted out earlier. He's a fucking 14 million subscriber channel, so I doubt it's ever gonna happen. But I want to get a conversation going with Gideon. I posted this shit earlier to Twitter. I want to get a conversation going with one of these guys. I think that would be really fucking cool. I look up to a lot of them, like Gideon and Sneeko and anybody else that I think has an opposing opinion on me and opposing opinion to me in this situation. I look up to a lot of these dudes. Not in a gay parasocial way like I do Jacksepticeye, because I absolutely love Jacksepticeye, and I would do things that would make you guys question my sexuality to Jacksepticeye, because he's also a very good looking dude as well. I may not have I maybe not should say anymore because I'll go on record saying some really sus shit. But I do look up to these dudes, and I think it would be really cool to get into a live format with them. But this is what I posted earlier. It's a combination of 2 TikTok/YouTube shorts that I posted earlier, and I added both of them. I was like, I personally don't see any reason why racism would be at play. I know it's the popular narrative to run with at the moment, but considering the fact that this shit affects creators of every race, skin color, ethnicity, etc., I don't see it. So we'll go ahead and listen to this.
But I hated how Cory ended his video. How he kind of said, black people of YouTube. It's like, no, everyone deals with these things. You know what I mean?
The YouTube algorithm, again, is what's at play at first here when these videos get age restricted. It's all inconsistent. None of it works properly all the time. It's like when I'm I'm going to draw another analogy to McDonald's. There's a lot of shit that operates in that kitchen and it's supposed to go smoothly, but not everything always does. Not everything goes according to plan, and some shit malfunctions sometimes. Sometimes one of the grills, while we're in the middle of a lunch rush, fucking goes cold and we can't use it. And then you do what you can to figure it out and fix things, but people are still gonna fucking be mad at you because you couldn't serve any regular burgers at McDonald's for the lunch rush. So people are gonna be pissed at you, dude. It's the same fucking thing. And it's not racist. I'm not racist to the black people that are coming to McDonald's for lunch that day because I couldn't cook them a burger. You know what I mean? That affects everybody, not just black people. YouTube, and the way that its algorithms and bots work, which basically keeps the whole website up until you appeal a video or it gets brought above that and you bring a human reviewer in. It's not as simple as a production machine in a factory, right? You can't look at this and be like, okay, this part, and this part is in place. It's all gonna run smoothly. We're good to go. We're fucking golden. It's not that simple with an online fucking algorithm and bots, dude. This is like relatively new technology to us. It's not like we've known all of these things and how they work for over 200 years and we're still innovating upon the well, we are still innovating upon the technology. I'm wrong in saying that we're not. All of these things were invented for YouTube, these algorithms and bots. They're still fucking getting tweaked and adjusted. I want to hit home that it may not be racism, and maybe it's just a fucking stupid system that we've been dealing with for years. People of every race, every color, ethnicity, religion, origin, backstory, fucking anime arc. Fuck, man. Alright. So yeah, that's basically what I went ahead and tweeted out. I do want to, I want to get these people's attention on this, because I don't, as you guys know, think race was a factor in this. And I know that Cory was emotional He was like, he played, there was a lot of emotion at play when he made the video, but a lot of other people hopped on this and was like, yeah, that's racist. That's so racist. YouTube, you're racist. Big tech racist. When I don't see any indication of that. And you guys know why. I don't think I need to explain it again, but you guys know why. And I would like to get into a live format with some of these people that weren't emotional when giving their takes on this. Like Sneeko, I haven't seen his reaction to it, but I assume he probably ran with the narrative. I'd like to fucking get into a conversation with somebody and see. I'm genuinely curious. I'm unironically curious, chat. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to call me a clout chaser, I don't give a fuck. I'm genuinely curious as to what these people are thinking and what's going through their minds, not in a disrespectful way either. I'm unironically curious as to what the thought process is behind somebody that thinks this is a race-driven thing. I want to know if there's any actual arguments that'll make me choke up a little bit and be like, yeah, you're actually kind of right. Because I'm not afraid of getting, quote-unquote, shit on in a situation like this. I have my points. I have my, you're right and I'm wrong. It's all an ego trip, okay? It's all a bit of an ego trip. I'm not actually, you guys take me seriously if you want when I say that, but I'm just fucking, I'm playing it up a little bit there. But I'm open to, quote-unquote, getting shit on a little bit, because getting shit on to me is hearing a different perspective, and it's something that so many of you are incapable of fucking doing nowadays, and it leads to shit like 90% of the internet currently believing that YouTube is racist because something happened to a black guy that has been happening to people of every race for years leading up to this point. Fucking bars. That's going on TikTok. That was good. That was good. Alright. Let's keep watching this video. That's not it. That's the one we're going to watch probably tomorrow. Oh, did I close it out? Were we done with it? No. Why did I close it out? I think I closed it out. What's wrong with it? Yo, Ween's gonna start with face cam content soon? Ooh. Everybody go subscribe to Ween if you aren't already, man. Ween's a legend. We like Ween around here. Oh no, I can't pull up Google Chrome. I hate Google Chrome. I never use Google Chrome for anything. What was I just gonna look at? Ween's channel.
Dude, audio test. Audio test 1, 2, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Like 1 in the morning.
Okay, it's not a face cam yet. It's not a face reveal yet. Alright. That's okay. I don't know why I closed the video I was just on, but I'm going straight to the store, getting a drink from the store because I'm addicted to carbonated beverages, and then I am going to bed. I am getting tired now. You can't make fun of me at this point for sounding like a mumbling retard. I'm getting tired. I've vocalized it. You can't make fun of me for it now.
Into the video immediately.
Okay, so I don't remember exactly where we were at because I closed this shit like a retard, so.
People wouldn't want to watch. And then I upload these videos after taking time off, and it's like, are you punishing me for taking time away from my channel? Surely not. And if you're not, then why are these underperforming compared to like the average of what I'm normally doing when they're the types of games that people are interested in? It's not just something out of nowhere that people wouldn't want to watch. And then it's like, were my title and thumbnail not good enough for what the current meta is, which is that like click-through rate, like getting people into the video immediately. And I feel like that ecosystem right now is all about like, what is the massive idea? Like, how much money am I giving away in a video? Like, I did this in this video and you'll never believe what happened. It's that
thumbnail. Say cheese.
kind of like clickbaiting into videos instead of just being like, hey, I just want to upload a video game. Here's part 1. And not have to worry about like, how do I clickbait people into it?
Thumbnail. Wait.
And that, I mean,
wait.
I get it because that's just my people into it. And
hold on, chat. Hold on.
Here's part 1, and not have to worry about like, how do I clickbait people into
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Say cheese. Okay, you better work.
To it. And that, I mean, I get it because that's just my style of YouTube. That's just the way I like doing it. I come from a place of just more casualness and like the genuine side of YouTube instead of trying to like do huge numbers. That's never been like my thing. So I get that.
But he still does huge numbers even after he comes back from breaks though. So it's like I don't understand. And I'll reiterate, I fucking love Jacksepticeye from the bottom of my heart, unironically. Like, if I ever met Jacksepticeye, me and my girlfriend might have issues. I'll be, like, nah. Like, not dead serious, of course. But I'm saying, I love this dude. But I don't understand what point he's trying to make right now. That he doesn't get enough views? Is he, like, actually crying about his views when he goes on breaks and comes back and gets 5 million views on a video? Like, his breaks do numbers for him, though. Like, what are you talking about? Whenever he comes back, I remember, like I was referencing earlier on in this video, he used to take massive breaks about a year ago, every now and then, every couple months. And he would go away for between a month and, like, 3-4 months at a time. Every time he came back, he did triple his numbers. That's how it works for YouTubers like this. And I don't understand. So I don't understand the point he's trying to make here. I don't.
At some point, that kind of stuff was going to take over. And it's always kind of been on the platform anyway. But for me, it's just kind of like, it's kind of killing the fun of the platform. It's not why I do YouTube. So I'm like, why am I funneling into the system that's just not that fun to do right now? So I'm glad Cory made that video. I'm glad that it's the same as me talking about the spam comments a while ago. That is still kind of a problem. They brought in new filters and I got to like beta test it and it did okay, but there's still a lot of it out there. You still see channels with like fake Mr. Beast profile pictures and then N-words in their name, or they'll have pornographic pictures as their profile picture and like sex in their name. And it's like, why is that stuff fine? But I have to jump through a million hoops just to upload a video. And that other stuff is way more easy to catch than any of the stuff that I'm doing is. Like all of that stuff just kind of ruins the fun of it. And I don't blame Cory for taking breaks as often as he does, because why wouldn't you if you're not having as much fun? Because Cory comes from the same school of YouTube that I do, which is like you just start off in your room and you play it and you just want to have fun with your audience and entertain and make as many jokes as possible and just get through a game and make it the most entertaining experience you can. And right now it feels like that's not the prime goal of content, because everybody has to have like a crazy idea first and then the content kind of forms around it.
Still hasn't
and in some ways that's great. In some ways that's increased the productivity on the platform and the production quality on the platform. And like you get more information now in 10 minutes than you ever did. You can't just sit back and upload an unedited 10-minute video like you could back in the day. And that's better. I do like that stuff has to be a bit more involved. You have to try a little harder. You have to edit your videos a bit better. You have to keep people's attention a bit more. That stuff's great. I just think the extreme end of that is a bit concerning for where the platform is going. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what other people think in the comments. I'm curious what other YouTubers think. Am I alone in this? Is this just my experience for what I'm doing? But I thought I'd make a video about this kind of stuff anyway to kind of like back up Cory too, because I'll always have his back. He's one of the more genuine people on the platform. So nice.
But he never ever backed him up by being like, yes, Cory, you could be right, or you are right. He didn't say either of those. He didn't say you are right or you could be right at all about there being racism at play. He never said it once. Do you want to know why? You want to know why? Because he doesn't think that's the case. Because anybody that thinks about this situation for 2 seconds is like, oh, I'm not black. Or if they are black, they can look at it and be like, huh, lots of other white people deal with this too. Lots of other Hispanic people deal with this too. Lots of other people deal with this. And if I make it a race thing, I'm going to be the racist one. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Even if somebody's calling out racism when there's no racism present, I don't think that makes them racist. Okay? I think everybody should be able to call it discrimination. It's freedom of speech. You're allowed to say what you want. You're allowed to think what you want. You're what is it? You have the right to your own opinion, etc., etc. That's fine. I don't think that should make you a bad person, like a racist, I should say. But it is just a little bizarre to call out racism in a situation where everybody deals with the same thing. And that's why Jacksepticeye hasn't said a fucking thing, is because anybody that thinks about it for 2 fucking seconds realizes that it's not just black people. Therefore, it's not a racial thing.
Doesn't swear, makes the most fun content he can for his audience. And I really respect and appreciate that. And even though I started like before him and he talks about how I inspired him a lot of the times, he's really inspiring me these days to like try harder with my content. So shout out to Cory. He's one of the best YouTubers on the platform. So that's why I want to back him up on this and talk about it as well. Because it's just a confusing time to kind of be on the platform where, I don't know, it's just kind of.
And you know what's crazy is all my videos, like I said, negative dislike to negative dislike to dislike ratios. All of them have more comments disagreeing and just trying to shit on me for hating on some black man and trying to put a black man down. All of them. The thing is that what's so crazy is that I can't even disagree. I can't even disagree, and that's why Jacksepticeye didn't take a solid stance in this either. That's why he didn't say one. But the thing is Jacksepticeye speaks out on these issues. He always does. Even when it's like you're looking in on it and you're like, dude, this really didn't have anything to do with you. Why do you, like, it's like a, you know, a pick-me sort of thing. It looks like Jacksepticeye's being a pick-me girl sometimes. And this is, again, coming from somebody who likes the guy. It does just look like he's being a bit of a pick-me girl on Twitter sometimes and with his takes on YouTube. But he didn't say anything one way or the other this time. And I think if he did believe there was racism at play, he would have said so. But nobody thinks that's the case. Anybody with two brain cells to rub together is able to look at the situation objectively and realize it isn't the case.
Exhausting to have to overthink your content this much when it was just so much more fun before. But again, open to discussion. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to either. I'm speaking from my own experience in these regards. So I'm very curious to see what everybody else thinks. Other YouTubers, other creators, other like people in the comments, anything at all. But I do think that this is a discussion worth having when it comes to YouTube about the inconsistencies with their systems and how many different variations and variables there are in it for uploading content, because it's starting to get really confusing.
You notice how he's talking a lot about the systems and the way that YouTube operates with their algorithms and all these words that I've been using, the same fucking sentences I've been saying, the same things that I'm currently getting a lot of hate for, the things that I'm just being a little bit more outspoken on and saying things for how they really fucking are in this situation, and I'm getting all this shit because people just don't want to have open conversation anymore. People just want to be like, you're a fucking racist, all because I'm saying this literally how it is. This shouldn't be controversial. I shouldn't be a fucking racist for saying that this black guy is wrong. I shouldn't be racist for being like, I disagree with this individual. It's not my fault that I disagree with somebody. It's not my fault that I don't know. Okay, how do I say this? Let me actually dissect this statement first, because I don't want to say anything like bad here. It's not on me, and it doesn't make me a racist to disagree with a black person trying to say that something is racist when it's not racist. If you find a way to disagree with that statement, I swear to God, I'll fucking find you and kill you. In Minecraft, like not real, not real, but like if you're the kind of person that makes me want to off myself if you find a way to disagree with that statement. Like, unironically, I hate people like you if you're that kind of person.
And really annoying to do when I upload a video that's like my Stray video. I wanted to get that up on time when the game came out. Had to wait till the next day because YouTube's systems were checking to see if it was okay. Took 9 hours to check it when sometimes it takes 20 minutes. And I have no idea why.
Yeah, literally. Sometimes my videos get fucking, I can unlist them for 2 or 3 hours and then go back and check. It's fully monetized and I can post a video. And that's great. If it worked that way all the fucking time, I would be in a great situation. I'd be in a great position because I would just have to get on my ball. I'd just have to get on my grind a little bit earlier in the day, post the video, unlist it for a little bit, and post it at the normal time, right? Totally fine. But sometimes it takes 20 minutes. Other times it takes the full fucking 7 days, where they say it could take 2 to 7 days for this to go through. And it's like, dude, that's not conducive to the systems and parameters you want me to operate within as a creator on the platform. It's not. You want me to upload daily, and yet you fucked my channel to the point where I have to wait sometimes 6 days for you to manually review this video and actually allow it to perform the way it should perform. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's a losing battle. You're setting me up for failure. Like, again, again, why all these people are moving to all these other platforms is because YouTube is just turning into another one of these fucking things where you're being set up for failure, dude. Kept in the dark, not valued enough. You know what I mean? Just absurd things. Just absurd things. Inconsistencies in the workplace. Like, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
And they couldn't tell me why either. Just their solution was like, maybe try re-uploading the video. But you can't re-upload the same video and have that one still checked because you'll upload it and then YouTube will be like, this is the same video, so we're not uploading it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Curious to see what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
Cool. Wait.
Now, I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation.
Please tell me this is what I think it's going to be. This outro edit.
For that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know? And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video and it can be the same exact video and they restrict the black person's video but not the white person's video?
I feel like he's memeing on him with that edit. Well, that's Jacksepticeye on his take on the CoryxKenshin YouTube racism allegations. I will just reiterate, he didn't mention race one time in the video, not once, aside from saying that CoryxKenshin, like detailing that CoryxKenshin had made allegations of YouTube being racist. That's the only time he mentioned any form of racism whatsoever. After that, like me, only spoke on the fact that it could probably more than likely 99%, 100% be the flawed systems that YouTube has had built up the same way for years, has only mildly improved in very, very few useless areas. It's just fucking bizarre to me, dude. It's so bizarre to me that people are willing to go to the extent on such a grand scale to believe that this is a race thing, and you literally have creators like Jacksepticeye not willing to draw attention to it at all. You guys saw in the stream that I did yesterday, I was a bit more outspoken about it, but all I was really talking about was the systems and stuff that YouTube has built up and how that's probably what's happening here, and it probably just fucked a Cory over. He got pissed off and made a video about YouTube being racist when that's really not the case. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new around here, sub, turn notifications on, all that good stuff, and stop by the stream one day. We're out of here. Peace. But not out of the stream. Don't go anywhere. Fucking retards.